what can we say about Liverpool? I think you may or may not disagree with me, but I think they've gotten worse.
You say it depends on a lot of things. It depends on one thing for me. Kevin De Bruyne being on the field. Being fit. Kevin De Bruyne behind Erling Haaland will break the...
Welcome sports fans, welcome back to another episode. I'm your host Joe Mar.
I'm Rush.
And this is This or That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting and riveting sports topics, discussions and debates on the internet.
Yeah, people. But before we get into the topic of the day, I know you guys see the thumbnail and the topic. The title, I should say, sorry.
Not because them see me in the NBA.
No, in the NBA time, but we're not getting into that yet, bro. We need them for like, comment, share. Obviously, we're not as consistent as we were, and we want to get back on the game, but we need them for still, like the video, still share the video, still do the match same way. I give them the match, bro, good one.
No meds, the roughness and the haircut. You get me as some kind of try, a different style, the rough look. You get me as some bro.
But we still need them for do what we need them for do.
Oh yeah, the match.
Yeah.
If each one of you guys can get us 5 subscribers. You know how many subscribers that will get us by the end of the day, people?
Yes, my people. But today, normally we do these videos, bro. And normally, when it's not about the reggae boys or the reggae girls, the people don't really know the bomb rush. They don't really want to hear about nothing else.
I don't like that style.
But bro, I know say, people from Jamaica, we're avid watchers of the English Premier League.
Fact.
So we have to talk about it. And we're lovers of the English Premier League, so we want to talk about it. So we need to share to the people that don't know watch the English Premier League. There are a lot of reggae boys fans that watch the channel, but there are also a lot of English Premier League fans that watch the channel that we know what we're talking about.
Because unfortunately I have people support Man U. Unfortunately I have some people who support Tottenham. And then we have a few less unfortunate people who support Man City, the Waganists them, who support City. And then...
You call them Waganists, bro? Yeah, we'll get to each club still, but continue. You have Chelsea left, you have Spurs
so
left.
The point
and
is,
then you have, obviously, the people who support
Arsenal,
there we go,
the good team. But the point is, people watching Premier League. That's the point that I was trying to establish. And as such, share the video to the people who you know that do watch the Premier League.
Alright.
And
so,
join in on the discussion.
That's what this video is about today. The English Premier League. And the first topic of discussion, bro. What are we expecting from the top 6 clubs? So we're going to go through each club and talk about them and expectations for them this season. Which team you want to start with?
Arsenal.
No.
Best for last?
Yeah, best for last, bro.
I got you.
Well, I will start with the worst. I will start with Manchester United, bro.
Right.
Well, I will start with Manchester United.
Yeah, between them and Tottenham.
It has to be between them. But you know what? Surprisingly, as an Arsenal fan, I hate Man U more than I hate Spurs, bro. And probably that's because I'm not from England. But my God, I hate Manchester United. But let's go. Manchester United, what are we expecting from them?
It can't get much worse than last season. You hope it get worse than last season.
Yeah.
But I don't think it can. I think Ten Hag getting a new season, getting a whole off season, a whole pre-season. Sorry, I watch too much American sports. Getting a whole pre-season to get people together, to see what he likes, to see what he doesn't like. There wasn't much movement though. So that was shocking. I thought that he would have came and overhaul the team because that's what we were hearing. That's what we were hearing that would have happened. So I'm surprised that there wasn't as much movement. There was a bit of controversy in the dressing room.
There is.
With the man himself. However, based on how badly they performed last season, bro, it's hard to see them being worse than last season.
I think it can get worse, I really think it can get worse because...
You think it will get worse?
I think it will get worse. I think Manchester United might fall out of the top 6 just because, yes, they have a good coach. Not quite proven in the Premier League yet. I'm not going to call him a world-class coach.
No, I never said he was a good coach, but
he's a good coach, man. The work that he did at Ajax, very good work. But when you think about the project that is going on right now, it's a rebuild, bro. We see it with Arsenal, we see it with Chelsea falling out of the top 4, we see it with Liverpool. Every single club go through that process when you're going to do a rebuild.
Yeah, so do you think, because remember when Liverpool were close to a mid-table team, and
bro,
Arsenal were close to a mid-table team.
All these Liverpool and Man City fans coming right now, them remember when Liverpool are better for make Europa League in a bridging.
Chelsea was close to a mid-table team and recently Arsenal. Are you saying it's Man U's time?
Yeah, I think Manchester United just might, and they've been there for a minute. Don't get me wrong, Manchester United is not in the last 4, 5, 6 years, Manchester United has not been.
Yeah, but we haven't seen them slip to like 9th.
Yeah,
and
I think this is the year that they might go 8. They might go 7. They might be in some conference league for a year. You know, I think that is this year. But the squad is decent. It was not overall. You know, they made 2 notable additions, being Eriksen and Lisandro Martinez from Ajax. Yeah. I don't think any of those 2 signings are game-changing signings. I think Eriksen's best might have been behind him. Lisandro Martinez is about to enter his prime, but still not prepared for not tested in the Premier League. You're talking about a 5'8", 5'9" left back. Like, I don't know where Manchester United is trying to go, and I think they will take a season to just get it all together. I don't understand the process just yet, but I think it's a rebuild.
Well, Eriksen's best may or may not have been behind him. Don't get me wrong, you know, he had issues, you know, serious issues, and he came back, and I thought he made a notable impact last season when he came back, you know. So I do think he can improve their woeful midfield.
Yeah.
Definitely, I do think he will make an impact. You know, Paul Pogba is a better player than him. However, Paul Pogba relies a lot on being checked in. If Paul Pogba is checked out, then Paul Pogba is not good. And we saw that for the majority of last season, because he started off so well, Paul Pogba, and then I don't know whether it was
and the thing is
between him and the coach.
That's the thing that's a problem that Manchester United fans have always had with Paul Pogba. He's not as consistent as they'd want him to be.
Yeah.
Christian Eriksen is a more consistent player than Paul Pogba in the Premier League. Again,
and over a long period of time too. Eriksen has always been.
Yeah, Eriksen went to Inter Milan and it wasn't great. You know, under Kante it wasn't great, but he's not a Kante player either. Kante don't like those number 10, those creative players. You know, in this Manchester United team, I'm not sure what to expect from all these players. But one thing we have to talk about before we move on from Manchester United, Cristiano Ronaldo. So news broke, I think 2 weeks ago or so, that Cristiano Ronaldo wants out of Manchester United. He wants to play Champions League football. Yeah, no Europa League for the GOAT.
Apparently he played a match recently and left at halftime.
Right.
You know, and Man U refused to give a statement. So there is so much controversy going on within the Mancunian dressing room. You know, as Simon Preston would say.
You think that is warranted? You think Cristiano Ronaldo still deserves that? You think he's at that level where he can demand to play at a Champions League club right now? No club is coming in for him, so obviously they disagree with us.
Obviously they disagree with me, but I still do believe that Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the top forwards in the world. Yeah. You to get their goal, you know, to play back to the goal, to run on balls and to finish. Like, I do think he is still one of I'm not going to say most prolific players in the world, but I think he's better than half the Champions League starting forwards for sure.
Cristiano Ronaldo coming to the Premier League at 36, 37 and scored 18 goals in a poor Manchester United squad. Yeah. Game winner for them on a lot of occasions, even in the Champions League. Cristiano Ronaldo, I won't say that is the top of his game right now, but still a major contributor, and still is able to demand to play Champions League football. And contrary to popular belief, Cristiano Ronaldo did not hurt that Manchester United team. I see a lot of people running with that narrative that they had to change their style of play to force it to Cristiano Ronaldo. That is madness. I watched too much of Manchester United to make that claim. Cristiano Ronaldo was their game winner. When everybody was playing poor, that woeful midfield behind him creating nothing, Cristiano Ronaldo just right up for a corner, bucket in the back of the net. Get a free kick, kick the ball in the back of the net.
Cristiano Ronaldo was inconsistent.
No, inconsistent, yes.
Exactly.
But he wasn't Manchester United's biggest problem. And he was not the cause of their poor season.
I don't think he was their biggest problem. That's definitely not true.
There we go.
But he wasn't Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, not at all. And he's never going to get back to that.
Yeah. Still a Champions League player though.
I agree.
Still the second best of the generation.
Alright.
Messi still number 1.
I'm not going up on the argument there right now. But Tottenham Hotspur. What should we expect from Spurs this year?
You know, for them to build on what they got into last season. You know, they got off to a rolling start, and once they got into it, as we can see, you know, the sad Arsenal fans, they really got into it. You know, we saw Son having his best season of his
Golden Boot.
Yeah, he was absolutely amazing, you know. And Harry Kane, I think, played a different role and we've seen Harry Kane game evolve over the years. And I think it's at a point in his life now where I think, you know, they always say that he's in like I think physically and mentally where, you know, you have a line. Physically you start up here, mentally you start here at the career, and it goes down on where they meet in the middle. That's where they say a player is at their most impactful. And I think Kane might just be at that most cerebral point at this point where Kane does what he wants to do. Yeah, I think he could have been more prolific in front of goal last season, but his contribution to that Tottenham team, I think, went under the radar because of how good Son was.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, Kane did so much. Kane was everywhere. Kane played deep, Kane played up top, Kane facilitated. You know, Kane was tracking, but Kane was doing everything last season. So I think they can build on what they started last year. You know, Conte really made an impact in it. I think he was the best coach last season. Better than Klopp and Pep, you know.
Big claim.
Yeah, but I think that's
I don't think it's far-fetched. And Antonio Conte is one of the 3 world-class managers in the Premier League right now. That is where the tide turned last year for Tottenham Hotspur. You know, we saw they got Wolves coach and it was awful in the first part of the season. Then Conte came in, you know, changed to 3 at the back or 5 at the back, whatever you want to call it. And then Tottenham Hotspur just finished in the Champions League spot. It's that easy when you have a world-class coach. You're going to be better. He's going to make players better. So what I'm expecting, right now I'm going to make a big claim, bro. Tottenham Hotspur will be, if I had to select one team to push those top 2, I would select Tottenham Hotspur because of their additions that they made. Talking about Richarlison, Premier League proven, Perisic, class player. You're talking about Bissouma, one of the better midfielders in the Premier League. Son and Kane at the top of their game. Son coming off his best season. Kane to hopefully have a better season than last season. You know, there are no distractions of wanting to go to Man City. None of that. Plus, you have a world-class coach. Bro, I think we should expect great things from Antonio Conte and Tottenham Hotspur. We've seen it.
In my opinion, great is an overstatement, and I don't believe that Tottenham are going to be the team to push the top 2.
Hey,
but we'll speak more.
That's my take, bro. I really believe, as an Arsenal fan, obviously it pains me to say all of this, but I don't want to be biased. I don't want to ignore all the progress that I think Tottenham is making. But if Antonio Conte should be the Conte that we know of old, or even of recent, expect something big from Tottenham. It's not going to last very long, as we see it over time and time again. Juventus, Inter Milan, Chelsea. Conte comes, he give you a good 2 or 3 seasons, if that much. It's really good. You know, you win things, you finish in respectable places, and then obviously it peters off towards the end. So that's what I think. Tottenham to push the top 2, if there is a team to push the top 2.
So we can stop talking about them 2 waste team.
Yeah, we're done this. So you want to Chelsea?
All right, Chelsea.
Yeah,
Chelsea, my pick for last season to win the Premier League, and I was proven very wrong. You know, where did it go wrong last year for Chelsea? You know, I thought Lukaku would have been a bigger contribution, but Lukaku turned out to just be a massive drama queen who just couldn't get it together, who just couldn't get along with his teammates and his coaches. You know, I thought they had very good signings last season, and I do think that they will be better than they were last season. Probably not finish as well as they did last season, but I do think they will play better. Because last season, to be honest, besides Manchester City and Liverpool, there's no team that was consistent.
We're talking about 15 to 25 point difference between first, second, and then third. So that is crazy.
So I do think, I'm not saying Chelsea will be the team pushing the top 3, however, I do believe that they will be better. You know, with, I think, probably one of the best additions. Rush might disagree with me. In Koulibaly, I think, you know, a top addition. I think he will consolidate their defense. And I do think he's an upgrade on Rudiger. I genuinely do believe that. And, you know, with Raheem Sterling, I think, didn't get the chance to be Raheem Sterling last season because of the overwhelming assortment of talent at Manchester City. You know, so Raheem Sterling didn't necessarily get to stand out as you would expect from a Raheem Sterling. And I think you will see a Sterling renaissance at Chelsea, where he will be, you know, one of the top men in the forward line for them. So I do see Chelsea improving. In addition to everything that Chelsea had, you know, the Ziyechs and Jorginhos and stuff like that. So I do think Chelsea will be formidable. Will be better than they were last season. I
agree with you with the Raheem Sterling take. Not quite everything that you said, but this Raheem Sterling signings could be one of the signings of the summer. What Chelsea is lacking is a game changer. Chelsea is lacking a goal scorer. Can you believe that Mason Mount has been their top goal scorer with 11 goals last? Like, that is crazy. And they had forwards. You know, they had a lot of forwards, people who are supposed to be goal scorers. Sure. They talk about Havertz and Lukaku and Werner. You know, all those players are supposed to be players that are supposed to get you 15 to 20 goals, but nobody did. So I think Chelsea is still short in that era where they need to sign a world class or even just a class striker. I feel like Chelsea will be inconsistent this season, and I really think Chelsea might fall out of the top 4. I'm not even going to say might. I think Chelsea will fall out of the top 4.
I
think they will fall out of the top 4 just because they're also going through a period where they're not the Chelsea that we know. You know, we recently see Chelsea go after like 3 or 4 players, and then all of those players got hijacked. You know, obviously today they pulled off they hijacked Man City for Cucurella, but they wanted, you know, a lot of players, and Barcelona got them. No.
I mean, that is Barcelona to be
fair. It is Barcelona, but a Barcelona that shouldn't be able to compete with Chelsea's pockets right now. Well, you know, going through their financial woes. But
Chelsea is going through their stuff too.
Chelsea
administratively.
I guess, and this is also a problem that I think will cause them to be inconsistent. Yeah. They will have to get their backline together. They will also have to get their midfield together. I feel like their forward line will be improved by the Raheem Sterling signing. I think Mason Mount is a class player just the same. Havertz, Ziyech should have a more consistent season this year.
I think people, that's my wild card. You know,
yes.
I think that
injury plague last year
to be a standout player in the Premier League soon and very soon.
Yeah, but that's my take. I think Chelsea will be the team that falls out of the top 4 this season. Okay. Let's go on to do Arsenal now. Let's not leave the best for last. Let's leave the actual best teams for last. Let's do Arsenal, bro. Excited. I'm so excited for this season.
So people, Rush said he believes that Tottenham will be the team pushing the top 2. And I personally believe that team will be Arsenal. So he said Tottenham because Tottenham did have some good signings, and he believes that the team can rally around Conte and Conte can give them a better season. However, I'd like to remind you guys that had it not been for our inexperience, had it not been for some foolish errors that were made, not on behalf of the coach, but just on the field, like our players just never step up to the occasion when the time was needed for them to do so. Because we are so young, we are so inexperienced, we don't have players that are used to playing at that level. I believe that having that season, going through what they have gone through, Arteta's proving that he can be a legend in this game based on what we've seen for the past season and a half, you know, where we saw the trajectory change and start to get better and better and better. I do believe that we are not necessarily as talented as the Chelseas and the Tottenhams. I believe that we are slightly below them in talent, but however, I believe that the youth and cohesiveness of this team and the ability for this team to go from stride to stride within this season because of their age as they garner more and more experience, I do believe that Arsenal will be the team to push the top 2. And I believe that the likes of Saka and Odegaard will not only be good players this season, I believe that this season is the season that they take a step into this class, the top tier of players in the Premier League. I genuinely do believe that is possible. Because Odegaard is as good as he is, as good as people say he is, still underrated in my opinion. And Saka is just a ticking time bomb, waiting to go off. And then in addition, our defense is so solid and will continue to get better. And it's so competitive to get that starting spot. So I do believe that they will be pushing themselves. Ramsdale is going to be 1 year older. And by 1 year old, I mean 23. Right? So I just do believe that this is the team. And the transfer window isn't closed yet.
Yeah. As an Arsenal fan, I will not go as far as disagreeing with everything that you said. I want to agree with everything. I love everything that you said a while ago. Trust me, I'm over here hoping that everything that this guy said come through. But I'm trying to remain calm. I'm trying to not get too excited. You know, I want to keep reality in front of me. I don't want to get deluded.
I don't think I'm deluded.
Because no, I feel like as Arsenal fans sometimes, bro, we really get too connected to our team, and we're absolutely deluded. No, not that you are. I'm saying I don't want to be. So I try to keep it balanced and level. Signings that we made this season, bro, really good.
I left that for you to speak about.
I feel like Gabriel Jesus will be a revelation this season, getting his chance to be the #1 guy for our team. Wasn't trusted at Man City, but come on, who is trusted at Man City except Kevin De Bruyne and one and few players? Everybody else is rotating.
Yeah.
In the shadows of Kun Aguero. this season he will be 25 years old
Oh my
and
God.
be the
Just
line
so that
leader
again,
for Arsenal
Gabriel Jesus has been playing football for
forever,
3 decades.
forever, and he's about to enter his prime.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited about. The signing of Zinchenko. That is a, you know, I feel like again that can be one of the signings of the summer. We know that Tierney,
yes.
we feel like Tierney is always injured, and then Zinchenko is already proven. We
And
know what we're
versatile.
getting, and
He can play
versatile.
both flanks
So
just as well.
class signing. When they talk about William Saliba coming in
Yeah.
as a, call it a new signing.
Yeah.
This guy signed for Arsenal I think 2 or 3 years
he
ago
will-
and yet
he
to
will-
represent us.
He will push White and Gabriel, and I believe Gabriel will be one of the best defenders in the Premier League. And tell people Gabriel's age, bro.
Gabriel is just 23.
That's the point that I'm trying to make. These
We're-
players,
bro, but this is what can cause us to not do what you are thinking that we're going to
it cost us last year. It's not going to cost
We're
us.
still a young team.
I'm happy that this same young core experienced what they experienced last year. They threw their season, bro.
do. And it's one more
we
year of
literally
experience.
threw our season.
True. Because don't get it wrong. Tottenham didn't gazump Arsenal for the top 4.
Exactly.
Arsenal
Talk
threw it
about
away.
Palace, talk about Brighton. Like, we threw our season.
Yeah.
So, and I believe that the guys experiencing what they experience, you know, Xhaka telling them like, yo, you have to be better.
I feel like, bro, I do feel like
Genuinely.
Arsenal will take a step, and I feel like Arsenal will make it into the top 4, but I wouldn't go as far as to say challenge the top 2. When last season, you had an inexperienced manager to an inexperienced group, you're bound to experience inexperience, you know, moments in a game. You're bound to see inconsistency. This season it should be better, so I'm expecting a top 4 finish, but I can't quite say we will finish. Now I think the league will be more competitive. I feel like
well, the teams
1 to
have gotten
2
better.
is always close. I feel
The
like
teams
2 to
have
3
got-
will be. And you know, you said it, and I'm going to reiterate: the teams have gotten better.
Yes, sir.
So I'm expecting a more competitive league.
For sure.
But I can't quite say that Arsenal will, you know, push the top 2 just yet. But speaking about the top 2, let's do it. Liverpool.
Liverpool. You know, what can we say about Liverpool? I think you may or may not disagree with me, but I think they've gotten worse. You know, losing arguably a top 5 player, definitely a top 10 player in Sadio Mane. I don't see any replacing that. You know, you'd have to buy, like, there's no group of players that can replace a Sadio Mane. It has to be like for like. Like, he's one of those players of an ilk where you can't just replace them by, you know, by, where they say unison, like you can't just replace them as a team. You need to get a player of his quality to replace somebody.
But alright.
So I don't think they can get what Mane gives them. You know, obviously Liverpool is still Liverpool. Klopp is still Klopp. They still have the best defender in the league, arguably the best goalkeeper. You know, arguably the best player in the league. You know, the best wing back pairing in the league, in my opinion. You know, so they're still Liverpool, and they'll still do well, and they'll still be the second best team in the Premier League. I don't think there's any debating that. However, I do think that they've gotten slightly worse.
All right. I'm going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
I don't think Liverpool have gotten any worse or better. I feel like Liverpool is just where they were last year. Yes, they lost Sadio Mane, one of their most important players in this team.
If not the most
But
important.
I feel like they just signed an $80+ million striker. They're expecting 15 to 20 goals from him. You still have Jota. You still have all the players that you did have last year. And I feel like they will replace the goal contribution rather than the player. So I disagree with
and
you.
then Luis Diaz to step into the player
Luis Diaz will do that left wing spot justice. He will be no Sadio Mane. And who knows, maybe he will take a step
Bro,
up because
he's well
Luis Diaz
capable
has
of
everything.
doing it. Yeah, he's well capable of doing it.
So I'm expecting Liverpool to be Liverpool. Now the problem about Liverpool title chances now is not even about them. They didn't take a step forward or a step back. They're just as good. I think they're just as good as they were last year. But Manchester City, what the hell? You know, they wanted Harry Kane last year. No, Tottenham play hardball. And they were like, alright, don't worry about it. We'll just win the league same way.
Stop. We'll just win the league and then go ahead and not get Harry Kane, but
But-
get somebody better than Harry Kane.
Bro, it's
Somebody
crazy, fam.
younger than Harry Kane.
More potential. It's crazy. Already a Champions League standout. Already competing with the best strikers in the world.
So
How do you
how
do
then-
that?
How then can other teams compete?
I don't know, bro.
And you say Man City, they didn't lose anything, but on the contrary,
They lost. They lost Sterling. They lost Zinchenko. Quality players.
Yeah.
You know, Sterling. You know, for a long while, ever since he left Liverpool,
Yeah.
was a steady contributor
one of the
to Manchester
one of
City.
one of their best players over the last couple of years.
There we go. Towards the end of his Man City career, he wasn't quite the shoe. He wasn't a guaranteed starter sharing his spot.
That wasn't because of him.
Not at all.
That was simply because of the deep wallets of the Manchester City.
There we go. No, I do think Manchester United 11 got better. But I don't think Manchester City first 11 got better. I don't think they're quite as deep as they were last year.
They're not as deep.
No, but
they're still so deep.
They're still deep. Now that left back spot, they need to fill that backup spot because one more injury and they're down. You know, if you get an injury to Cancelo, then boy, it's all over because he's your left back and he's also your right back cover. No, you lost Zinchenko. They were going after Cucurella. Chelsea got Cucurella. They still need a left back. One injury away from problems. You have to think about that. But signing Haaland, bro.
How much problems did them losing a wing back cause them, bro? Not that much. I think they could put something together.
A lot of problems because he's not only their left back, he's their right back cover. Not only their right back cover. Some games
if they lose Cancelo, they're in trouble. Cancelo is one of the most versatile players in the whole world.
Bro, Cancelo done number 7, brother. Sometimes you're watching Liverpool and you're like, that guy is not no left back. That guy is not no defender.
And
then when he's down there,
he's so good. He's so good. Cancelo is one of my favorite players. You know, like he has always been, even before coming to Manchester. It's so good. So yeah, losing Cancelo would be an issue. But then any team losing a player of the ilk, it would be an issue.
True.
So that's.
But you need cover, bro. You need cover. You have no cover. As I'm saying, saying it again. He is your right back cover.
Yeah.
Because if Kyle Walker goes, in fact, there are times in last season
Kyle Walker is
where
benching and Zink is playing the left back and
that's what I'm saying. So if you lose the ability to do that, and Pep knows. He was going in for Brighton's best left back. One of Brighton's best players last year. He knows that he needs left back cover. You can imagine being Manchester City going for a left back cover for $52 million. Can you imagine?
Bro, it's ridiculous.
I don't get it.
And we talk about the losing of players, you know, or the lack of depth. But as we said, they just acquired one of the best forwards in the whole entire world.
Which can make up for all of the things that they lost.
Which will make up for all the things that they lost, in my opinion.
You know,
barring a Cancelo injury, I think Man City.
And every team can say that.
I think Man City will be able to overcome anything that football throws their way.
You know, I'm going to make a big take again. I made the Tottenham one, but I think this will be bigger than the Tottenham one. Tottenham one. You know, Thierry Henry is the leading assist, the assist leader of all time for Premier League. Not on total, but for a season, 20 assists for the season. I feel like if there's ever a chance that record should be broken, this is the season.
It's predicated on a lot of stuff. It depends on how Pep plays.
Bro,
we know Kevin De Bruyne is going to be consistent.
No, but Kevin De Bruyne come closer.
Yeah, we know he's going to be consistent. We know he's going to be doing that. But it depends on how Pep decides to use them. It depends on how durable KDB is.
You say it depends on a lot of things. It depends on one thing for me. Kevin De Bruyne being on the field. Being fit. Kevin De Bruyne behind Erling Haaland will break I feel like this is the season that, you know, that 20 assists for the season is under threat. Now, let's wrap it up, bro. Let's make our top 4 predictions and then let's do one surprise team for this season. Top 4. Just top 4. List the teams for me.
City. Done deal. Done and dusted. Second place, Liverpool. As I said, I think they've gotten worse, but not bad enough to not come second. Third place, Arsenal. As I said, they're going to make a push this season like you guys have never seen before. Watch and see. Fourth place, a lot of people may disagree with me, but I do believe that the signings that Chelsea made and the subtractions that Chelsea made, in addition to the fact that I do believe their coach still is a good coach and can galvanize this team, Chelsea will, with the balance of experience and talent, will come forth. And Tottenham, you know, they have a good season, just as good as last season, I believe, but it will not be enough to get into the top 4. Just as last season, it was almost not enough to get them into the top 4, bro.
Almost.
But
Arsenal, you make your point, bro. I'm not even trying to.
So Tottenham 5th, and we know that team there 6th.
Yeah, wherever them finish, Anyway, I have Man City number 1, Liverpool number 2. I have Tottenham coming 3rd, and Arsenal finishing 4th.
No man, I lie.
Anybody else out of the top 4, but even care. I'm not talking about Europa League football, even though that's out there this season. All right, bro.
I will go win Europa League.
Let's do it. I don't see why Arsenal shouldn't be able to win it. But one surprise team for this season.
Yeah, so initially I was saying like I was excited to see Wolves, you know, but I think Villa You know, Villa are going to make some noise. Villa are going to shock some people. Now I do believe that they have this little winger, you know, that will give problems this season. In addition to the fact that, you know, a full season with Coutinho, like I do believe Coutinho can still play football. You know, sometimes being in an environment is not necessarily an environment that you need to be in to strive. And we saw how immediate an impact he made when he, you know, took the short flight from Barcelona to Villa. So I do believe Aston Villa will make more noise than people are expecting them to make. Yeah,
I like Aston Villa as one of the surprise teams this season, but I'm going to give you something different. Newcastle, led by Eddie Howe, you know, having a very solid team. They're not splashing the money, they're making smart signings. They're signing players that can improve their team. Yeah, they know that it's a building process. They're not quite talking about top 4 or top 6 just yet. But if there's one team I see in this league that can push up this big top traditional, this traditional top 6 teams, I think it will be Newcastle. But people, this is our Premier League video. It was a long one. Before we close it up, bro, I have something to say.
Talk to me.
We're doing a fantasy Premier League game this year. And I need all of you guys to go. If you're not already playing fantasy Premier League, you need to start playing. It's a great game. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite games to play other than FIFA. You know what I think? But yeah, people, it's a game where you get $100 million to select 15 players. And the players get points based on how they perform in the game week. And you compete for prizes. You know, if you win, you get to go Premier League match next season. You get ball, you get jersey, you get a lot of things if you win if you come in the top 3. Our league, let's see what happens. You know, if we get a certain amount of people, bro, I'm pretty sure we can put a prize together. The link to join our group is in, this will be a premiere, so it will be in the live chat. If you don't see it right there, it will be in the description. If you don't see it right there, it will be in the comments. If you don't see it right there, link me to my Instagram and ask feed. Decide at Sports TV or Don't Rush. I'm also excited for the league, bro. I think it will be really good. I've been a part of the Fantasy Premier League a couple years now, and it's really exciting. So people, click the link, sign up for Fantasy Premier League, and join.
Today I was telling Rush, obviously people, I have never played fantasy before. This is my first time playing fantasy. I was telling Rush that, alright, seeing that, you know, the champion that I am, the winner that I am, I'm just going to start it and just win, just because, you know. So people, if you wanted to come second in our fantasy league behind me, join up. You know, I think it's a good race to second place.
You're going to embarrass yourself, I'm telling you, bro. This game is not as easy as it sounds. Right. But let's close out the video, bro. People, English Premier League watchers,
we're going to do fantasy videos every week. I just want him click that while ago. When we just
bro, you're going to embarrass yourself. Points, all right? You're going to embarrass yourself, I'm telling you. But let's go. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe.
I'm going to just captain Odegaard for the whole season.
Just Max said that while ago. Means you gotta embarrass yourself. But we're not, bro.
Little man thing in that.
Bro, we close up the video now.
Nah, the man is going to be so good. That Odegaard is going to be so good anyways. The man is going to be people.
Yeah, he might be good, but we understand the gameplay, bro.
As in, but if he might the best player, if I get an assist and a goal every single week, I know someone win. I lie me I tell? I lie me I tell?
And I lie, bro.
So then what?
My area. Where's the best manager in Jamaica?
As in, just pick Odegaard.
Alright, bro. My area, but we can close out the video. Give them the match and I can leave them, man.
People, don't make my Odegaard nonsense. You get me? I'm just try to be a true gunner support. I do believe that Odegaard is going to be very good this season. Though, if each one of you guys can get us 5 subscribers, do you know how many subscribers that get us by the end of the day? So with that said, share the video and don't make me for cuss. Because sometimes we cuss.
Yeah. And we get vexed. Anyways, people, this was Decide at Sports TV.
And we're out.
Yeah.